Before Saturday Night Fever or Grease ever happened, there was a Brooklyn classroom full of funny, lovable students that won America's heart completely. Welcome back. Kotter ran for 4 seasons and made its Sweathogs into famous household names. But the real lives these actors lived outside. Number 1, we have John Travolta as Vinnie Barbarino. He was only 21 years old when the show started in 1975, and he walked onto that Brooklyn set as the cool, confident Vinnie Barbarino. Over 82 episodes, he turned a simple comedy role into something much bigger, the kind of star that only comes along once in a generation. Now 72 years old in 2026, his personal life has carried some of the saddest moments of anyone in this cast. Early in the show, he fell deeply in love with actress Diana Hyland, who was 18 years older than him, and he held her as she died from breast cancer in 1977. He later married actress Kelly Preston in 1991, and they shared nearly 30 happy years together and had 3 children, until she also lost her fight against breast cancer in 2020. Recent reports say he has been spending time with old friend Kim Basinger, a new chapter that no one blames him for. Number 2, we have Very Watson as Vera Jan Williams. She was 25 when she joined the show and brought a solid, grounded energy to her character across 15 episodes, making her one of the most memorable faces in the series. Now 76 years old in 2026, the career she built after Kotter is truly impressive. She became one of the most recognized character actresses on American television, playing Will Smith's mother on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and earning Emmy recognition for her long run on General Hospital. Her first marriage to Joe Duckett in 1976 lasted less than a year, but her second marriage to photographer Van Johnson in 1979 lasted over 10 years and gave her 2 children, a more settled chapter during her busiest career. Number 3, we have Gabe Kaplan as Gabe Carter. He was 30 when the show began and was truly the heart of the whole series. As a comedian turned actor, he based the show on his own life and played his alter ego across all 95 episodes with humor and warmth that made Kotter the teacher every viewer wished they had. Now 81 years old in 2026, his life after television turned out to be just as impressive as his acting career. He quietly stepped away from Hollywood and became a respected figure in professional poker, both as a player and commentator. So successful was this change that many younger poker fans have no idea he was ever a TV star. He has never married and has kept every part of his personal life completely private throughout his entire career. Number 4, we have Deborah Scott as Rosalie Hotsy Totsy. She was 22 when she appeared on the show, and her bubbly, scene-stealing energy across 7 episodes made Rosalie a character viewers always loved seeing. Sadly, her real-life story is one of the most heartbreaking connected to this entire cast. She was briefly married to actor Jonathan Frakes in the early 1980s before they separated, and she later found love again with Port Authority police officer John Dennis Levi until September 11, 2001 took him from her while he was busy saving others. That terrible loss broke something deep inside her, and she fell into serious depression and alcoholism in the years that followed. Deborah Scott passed away on April 5, 2005, at just 52 years old from cirrhosis of the liver, a life cut short by grief as much as anything else. Number 5, we have Ron Pilo as Arnold Horshack. He was 26 when he first brought that unforgettable laugh to television screens across America, turning Arnold Horshack into one of the most iconic comedy characters of the 1970s. The role was both a gift and a burden, giving him fame but following him with typecasting for many years after. His personal life held a quiet dignity worth talking about openly. He was in a loving, committed relationship with his partner Joseph Petropaulo for 41 years, a partnership that lasted from well before the show right through to his final day. He eventually found real peace away from Hollywood, becoming a respected teacher and artistic director at a performing arts school in Florida. Ron Palo passed away on August 14, 2012 at the age of 63 from a heart attack. Number 6, we have Hella Lembeck as Judy Borden. She was 23 when she joined the show and brought a natural, easy comedic style to Judy Borden across 15 episodes, which made perfect sense once you learned her father was Harvey Lembeck, one of America's most celebrated comedy coaches. That background gave her a sense of comic timing that no school could have taught. Now 73 years old in 2026, she has spent the years since the show keeping her father's legacy alive as the artistic director of the Harvey Lembeck Comedy Workshop. She married William Waugh on December 1, 1984, and the two have stayed together ever since, raising 2 children in a quiet life kept well away from the Hollywood spotlight. Number 7, we have Robert Haggis as Juan Epstein. He was 24 when the show began, and he gave Juan Epstein a scrappy, street-smart energy that made him one of the funniest and most likable Sweathogs across all 95 episodes. His personal life went through several chapters, including 3 marriages to Mary Kay Hickman, then Kyle Bowes, then Cynthia Y., with whom he had 2 children. At the time of his death, he had found happiness again with Cynthia Garani, a relationship those close to him described as a truly joyful final chapter. Like some of his castmates, he struggled for years with typecasting before reinventing himself as a professor and visual artist, a second life that finally gave him the creative satisfaction the entertainment world had often failed to offer. Robert Haggis passed away on January 26, 2012, at just 60 years old from a heart attack. Number 8, we have Melanie Hauer as Angie Grabowski. She was just 18 years old when she joined the show in 1978, bringing a fresh, cheerful energy to Angie Grabowski across 7 episodes during the show's final season. Now 66 years old in 2026, what happened to her in the years right after the show ended is a story that has never received the attention it deserves. She was married to Eugene R. Hauer for many years, a relationship she kept almost entirely out of public view. But in 1980, just 2 years after leaving the Kotter set, she was the victim of a violent assault and kidnapping at a party held by a well-known New York businessman. The case became one of the biggest tabloid stories of that era and pulled well-known figures into a deeply disturbing public trial. She survived, rebuilt her life, and moved forward, but the experience cast a long shadow over what should have been the most exciting early years of her. Number 9, we have Lawrence Hilton Jacobs as Freddie Boom Boom Washington. He was 22 when the show started, and he made Freddie Washington one of the most naturally likable characters across all 95 episodes. Now 72 years old in 2026, he has built one of the most steady and consistent careers after Kotter of anyone in this cast. While others struggled to move past the show's shadow, he kept working steadily, moving into directing and landing strong roles, including a significant part in The Jacksons, An American Dream, which introduced him to a whole new generation of viewers. He has been married twice, with his first marriage to Brenda Hilton Jacobs being the more publicly known chapter, and he guards the rest of his personal life with a quiet privacy that reflects exactly the grounded person he has always been. Number 10, we have John Sylvester White as Mr. Woodman. He was 55 years old when Welcome Back, Kotter first aired, making him the most experienced stage actor in the entire cast, and it showed in every scene. As the always frustrated Vice Principal Woodman across all 95 episodes, he delivered comic frustration so perfectly that he became one of the show's most loved figures, despite the character never once getting a break. Those who worked with him always described a warm and generous man off-camera who was the complete opposite of sour old Woodman. He was married to Lillian Lily White for many years, a partnership that held steady right through his final years. John Sylvester White passed away on September 11, 1988 at the age of 68, long before that date would take on a very different kind of meaning. Number 11, we have Charles Fleer as Carvelli. He was 25 when he first appeared on the show, playing the slick, wisecracking rival to the Sweathogs across 12 entertaining episodes between 1976 and 1979. Now 75 years old in 2026, most people who know his name today connect it to something far removed from Welcome Back, Kotter, and with very good reason. He is the voice of Roger Rabbit, one of the most technically difficult and joyfully wild voice performances in the entire history of animation, a role in Who Framed Roger Rabbit that required him to actually be on set in a rabbit costume so the real actors could properly respond to his energy. He married Cheryl Fleer, and the two built a warm home life together, raising 2 daughters alongside one of the most genuinely unusual creative careers, Hollywood. Number 12, we have Stephen Shortridge as Bo Debar. He was 25 when he joined the show for its final season in 1978, bringing a relaxed Southern charm to Bo Debar across 19 episodes that gave the show's last year a fresh and welcome energy. Now 72 years old in 2026, the path he chose after leaving Hollywood stands as one of the most complete and deliberate reinventions connected to this entire series. He simply walked away from acting in the late 1980s and became a professional painter, not as a hobby, but as a full second career built on real artistic dedication. He has said openly that painting gave him a satisfaction the entertainment industry never quite provided. He married Kathy in 1976 during his acting years, and the two have remained together ever since, raising 2 children in a life that looks nothing like the one the cameras once followed. Number 13, we have Marcia Strawman as Julie Carter. She was 27 when she took on the role of Julie Carter across all 95 episodes, and she was the emotional backbone of the entire series. As the sharp, funny, and endlessly patient wife who made Gabe Kotter's world feel real and lived in, she played Julie with a warmth and comic timing that never demanded attention but always earned it. Her chemistry with Kaplan gave the show a genuine heart that went far beyond any single joke. She later reached a whole new audience through her role in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, introducing her to a generation that had no idea she had once been Brooklyn's most beloved TV wife. She married director Robert Lyons in 1984, and they had one daughter before the marriage ended in 1989, a chapter she handled with quiet dignity. Marcia Strawman passed away on October 24, 2014 at the age of 66 after a long and brave battle with breast cancer, leaving behind a body of work that made millions of people feel truly at home. The Welcome Back Kotter cast took life in directions that no classroom could ever have prepared them for. Which story hit closest to home for you? Drop it in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.